Hi, it's Raj Bapala, co-founder and CEO of Applaa. As a parent, we want to give the best experience for our kids. I've got two kids, 11 plus, and other one is doing GCSE exams. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money for tuitions, 40, 50 pounds a class and math, science, and English, and many things. And also we've tried our platforms and people saying, okay, use Atom Learning, iExcel, and this and that. And they're okay, but at the end of the day, you're paying 40, 50 pounds for them, and it's really not working out. It's just like only one, and again, where do you go for the next, right? And it's just like a simple mock exam practice, it's there are so many things you can do. It's not really a comprehensive feedback mechanism tool, right? That's what I think. I got really frustrated with all these tools, and again, spending with teachers and tutors is not really working out. So here, that's why we built Appla with the vision of actually helping kids as early as, like from year 8 years onwards to all the way to the GCSEs. We've got the whole curriculum built. Again, we've digitalized the whole UK curriculum here. So, and actually we're giving a value only 9.99 a month, £10, right? What is that? Is the cost of a pizza, even less than that. And so we want to give that a best experience for everyone. You can really see from year 4 to year 11, they can see every single subject, math, they can able to look at this lesson. They can practice but understand the concept first rather than writing an exam for the sake of writing. And then you can able to do a lot of practice also. Then, what is this thing? And then you can see the assessment and whatever you wanted to do. And you can do a lot of things again each year, year 4, year 5, year 6, all the way to there, right? And that's about it. And also you can, once you have there, then probably, most people will go for 11 plus, which obviously you can really see. And yeah, so we have built a comprehensive 11 plus past papers, around 5 dozen papers we have. And again, four topics: verbal, non-verbal, math, and English. So you can able to see pretty much everything. You can take exams. Also, you can get the feedback. Also, you can see how many exams you've been taking. And these are the exams I've been taking verbal reasoning, and also you can really give the feedback by the subject, by lesson, and at least it will give you a really great feedback for the parent and also teacher for obviously if he's having a teacher and also parent and the kid for writing them as well. You can do quite a lot of things as well. So an example, let's take an exam for verbal reasoning. So you can really see that it actually I did an exam math for now before it actually tells you where you got right, where you got wrong. It's really great, right? As a parent, you cannot able to tell, what is the correct answer, right? So you can able to do, and it's brilliant, isn't it? So it just saves a lot of time. A lot of institutions are charging 40, 50 pounds, even for a paper sometimes, cost like that. And we're giving for free 5,000 questions, right? And many unlimited questions and papers they can do, all for 9.99, and they can do practice again if you want to do it. Just simply go and write an exam, and you can able to see submit papers. You can directly see as well, and the results coming through. As an example, let me go back and show the exam as well. So if you see some of the exams what I've done just now, you can see that exam coming through as well. You can really see the results. So it's just brilliant way to actually get the feedback as well as assessments for the kid who is writing the exam and studying, as well as for parents not to spend too much time for them to sit with them and write down exams, and also more importantly the cost. And we'll explain a lot also all of this in subsequent videos. You can also see that as well. I really trust this is valuable, and take advantage of this offer. It's only 9.99, which is a significantly lower cost. Anyone can able to afford it. It's a cost of a small pizza these days, and compared to 40, 50 pounds a tuition class. And I truly trust this is helpful for you. And yeah, sign up at applaa.com/UK, applaa.com/UK, and register for free. And it's 1 month free as well for you guys. So make use of it. And if you're writing the 11 plus exam, all the best. And again, we'll explain further details also in the subsequent videos. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're an educator, a tutor, or a parent navigating the incredibly complex world of UK grammar school admissions, you know exactly how overwhelming the whole preparation process can feel. Seriously, it often feels like you're trying to decode some sort of secret language while simultaneously managing just a mountain of stress for both you and your student. But what if we could totally demystify that stress? Today, we're going to unpack exactly how you can master the 11 plus exams using the highly structured Applaa platform. We'll look at the precise types of challenges students face and how a digital-first approach can really transform test prep from a daunting chore into an engaging, trackable journey to success.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our clear roadmap for today. First,
demystifying GL assessments. Second, navigating the Applaa platform. Third, tackling verbal and math. And finally, tackling nonverbal and English. Starting right off with Section 1, demystifying GL assessments. You know, a really common point of confusion we see is the difference between GL assessments and the 11+ exams themselves. So let's clear that up right off the bat. GL assessments is actually the testing organization. They're the body creating these highly standardized, paper-based, or digital assessments. Their overarching purpose is to measure student progress, evaluate core skills over a long period, and really track that academic development. On the flip side, the 11+ exams are the specific, widely used tests utilized all across the UK for grammar school selective admissions. So a good way to think about it is this. GL assessments provide the standardized measuring stick, and the 11+ is the actual specific high-stakes hurdle that students need to clear to get admitted. And to clear that hurdle, students are tested on a very specific set of core subjects. Those are English, math, verbal reasoning, and nonverbal reasoning. Knowing these 4 pillars is absolutely essential for parents and tutors because it tells you the exact academic terrain you need to cover. Because remember, it's not just about knowing facts, it's heavily about reasoning, logic, and applying that knowledge under real pressure. So, how do we effectively prepare for those 4 rigorous pillars without losing our minds? Well, this is where Applaa comes in. It's a comprehensive digital solution designed specifically for this exact challenge, bringing the entire 11+ preparation process into one unified ecosystem. It takes the theoretical requirements of those GL assessments and turns them into actionable, trackable practice, so you aren't just relying on scattered worksheets and outdated practice books. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating the Applaa platform. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where a student's journey begins on the platform, the dashboard. It's incredibly easy to select your specific target school region, say Bucks 11+, GL, which represents the Buckinghamshire Grammar Schools. And once you've set that target, the platform automatically populates the exact requirements for that region. You instantly get the breakdown into Paper 1, covering verbal reasoning and maths, and Paper 2, covering nonverbal reasoning and English. It literally takes all the guesswork out of the curriculum. You just know immediately that you are studying the right material for the right region. Then, once you're inside the 11+ hub, you have the option to prepare under actual test conditions. Starting a full mock test is seamless, and it cleanly tracks your progress, like showing 0 of 2 papers completed, keeping you entirely grounded. It also clearly displays the expectations right up front, 40 questions in 45 minutes for each paper. And that is so vital, because passing the 11+ isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about having the stamina and the time management skills to deliver those answers under strict time constraints. The platform simulates that pressure perfectly. So to summarize, the user flow boils down to 3 really simple steps. Step 1, choose your target school so you know you have regional accuracy. Step 2, select the paper you want to focus on, Paper 1 for math and verbal, or Paper 2 for English and nonverbal. And Step 3, choose whether you want a low-pressure practice session just to build up skills or a full mock to really test your readiness. It's a crystal clear flow that completely reassures parents and educators that technology is actually aiding the process here, not complicating it. Let's jump into Section 3, tackling verbal and math. Now, what's really interesting about this is how a Paper 1 practice question demonstrates the sheer depth of verbal reasoning. Imagine a prompt like this. Jake read, "The present from grandma was excellent. At the present time, I love it. Which statement is correct?" Now, this isn't some simple spelling test. The platform is testing grammatical context. The student actually has to differentiate between present, used as a noun, meaning a gift, and present, used as an adverb or adjective relating to time. Choosing the right option shows they truly understand this linguistic nuance. It's testing deep language comprehension in a highly focused way. As students progress from practice to those mock exams, the platform builds a really brilliant narrative of progression by introducing way more complex challenges. Take advanced logical decoding, for example. A question might ask, if the code for holiday is JQNKFA, what is the code for surface? Think about what's happening there. The student has to rapidly analyze the alphabetical shift between the first word and its code, and then apply that exact same mathematical linguistic pattern to a brand new word. And all the while, there is a countdown timer ticking away. So you get that simulation of real pressure while testing very high-level logical reasoning. Bringing us to our final section, Section 4, tackling nonverbal and English. So here we encounter a classic, highly challenging nonverbal reasoning question. A student is given a text description of a flat net, let's say an equilateral triangle in the center, attached to rectangles with no additional faces at the far ends. Their task is to mentally construct this flat 2D description into a 3D shape and identify it from options like a tetrahedron, cube, triangular prism, or cone. I mean, that requires intense spatial reasoning and visualization. Honestly, that kind of thing can make even an adult's head spin. But Applaa presents this in a clean, totally distraction-free interface, meaning the student can focus entirely on the cognitive task of mentally folding that net. So the crucial point is this. When we look at these complex visual puzzles and code-breaking exercises, we have to remember why they're actually there. These nonverbal reasoning questions aren't just arbitrary tricks designed to confuse 10-year-olds. Far from it. They exist to deeply evaluate core cognitive skills. By using standardized questions, GL assessments can accurately track true academic development and baseline intelligence over time, which actually removes cultural or purely linguistic biases from the equation. Let's move to and see how this builds into even more dynamic mock questions. For instance, in paper 2, you might see a sequential logic puzzle. The student starts with a small dark rectangle with 1 dot, right? Then it progresses to a large dark rectangle with 3 dots, then back to a small dark rectangle with 5 dots. Now they have to identify the missing next step. They have to recognize the alternating size pattern, small, large, small, meaning the next one has to be large. Plus, they have to recognize the numerical progression of the dots, 1, 3, 5, meaning the next is 7. Therefore, the answer is a large dark rectangle with 7 dots. It perfectly illustrates those core evaluative skills in action, demanding multi-layered pattern recognition. Well, we've seen the theory behind GL assessments, we've navigated the intuitive Applaa dashboard, and we've tackled the specific, rigorous demands of verbal, math, and nonverbal reasoning. The tools for success are clearly defined and beautifully digitized. But here's the thing. The tool only works if you have a strategy behind it. So I want to leave you with this thought. Knowing the complex, multi-layered skills required to actually succeed, how will you structure your 11+ preparation to effectively track academic development over time? Are you going to rely on fragmented methods, or will you embrace a structured digital ecosystem designed for success? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish you the absolute best in your educational journey. Catch you next time.